Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
When I started in Toastmasters back in 1984, they gave us our manuals in this fine plastic binder. The books are pretty much the same. There's a little difference in what there used to be. The reason I bring this up because on occasion I've been accused of being a bit excessive in the way that I organize things. And I don't understand that, because inside of my book from a little over 25 years ago, I've got copies of all of my speeches, and I staple in this little envelope, and I keep copies of all of the comments that I've received over the last years back. I just don't understand why people think that's overly organized. There's probably a few Brad Plum and notes in there. We're all challenged, I believe, in trying to efficiently manage our time, and more importantly, effectively managing our time. And I thought this morning that I'd share a few insights and things that I personally find useful. First, take an organized time management course. The company that I work for, we use an online service called Skillsoft. Over the years, we've used Element K, Red Vector, Dale Carnegie has courses. They're not terribly expensive, but it's well worth the investment. About 8 years ago, I took a time management course, and I saved the materials, and every 2 or 3 years, I go back and do it over again, because I find myself regressing back into bad habits that I previously had. So I try to refresh that and keep trying to improve how I manage my time. If you have money problems, go online. There's a lot of very good information free that's out there available online. Second, make a list every day of activities that you want to complete and write them down. Also, highlight the difficult tasks. I'm a early morning person, so I put my difficult tasks early in the morning and try to get them finished. Different people work at different times, but try to put your difficult tasks in a time of day when you're most effective, and it'll make the rest of your day much easier. Another thing, don't avoid the hard tasks. I find that some of the tasks kind of go away and disappear. Somebody else might do them, the simple things, but the hard tasks rarely ever go away. They just get worse. So it's important that you don't procrastinate, that you deal with any of the difficult tasks, because it's unlikely they're going to go away. Okay. Third and final thing I wanted to talk about was getting organized. Now, I made a little bit of fun of that at the beginning of the speech, but I find it's one of the things that I do that saves me a lot of time. And I'll share a story about a boss that I had about 20 years ago. And we were working on a big project, and we would receive literally thousands of information, documents, various things related to the project. And when he would receive a piece of document, file, whatever, he'd write up in the upper right-hand corner, he'd write 3, 4, 5 different subjects that document was related to. He'd give that to the secretary. Secretary would make X number of copies and file it in 4, 5, 6 different places. And I'm thinking, why do you spend all the time doing that? But as we progressed through this project and we had to start going back and trying to find information, it became very clear to me how important that was, what he was doing, because when I went to find something, it was there. If it was in one place, I would spend a lot more time looking for it. So I was able to find that information much more efficiently, saved me a lot of time. I do the same thing now electronically more so than paper, but I'll file things in multiple different places. Some days I'm thinking it would be here, another day I'm thinking it would be there, so it saves me a lot of time going back to find that information. When Jessie Sumner became the treasurer for TGIF a few years ago, she received a big box of information. And over the 2 years that she was treasurer, she consolidated that information into about a 3-inch binder. And that's what she gave to me. And I've been working on taking that 3-inch binder down to this flash drive. And I keep a backup of it, so if it gets lost, I loan it to somebody and they ruin it, we still have all the information. We're up to 39 folders, 100 files, 15 or so megabytes of information. I keep copies of Michael Langford's meeting notes that we have. Keep copies of the article that Marty sent us a while back, financial records, all those kind of things I keep copies of. So my point is that organizing your information not only saves you time, it saves other people time as well. And I really appreciate the fact that Jessie took the time to consolidate the information and save me time. Next year, I have to do a financial audit for TGIF with Mike Battaglioli. And my goal is for that audit to take 5 minutes. So rather than spending 2 hours going through records, Mike and I can sit in a bar, have a couple beers, and talk about Harley-Davidson motorcycles.
Yeah.
We all have 168 hours in a week. And if you break that down, there's about 56 hours you spend sleeping, 40 hours that you spend working, and 72 hours for personal stuff. And to me, yeah, you hope. To me, the important part's that 40. And if I can manage my time effectively, keeping that work at 40 hours, then I keep my 72 hours. If I don't, I start working into my personal time. And especially as I've gotten older, I really appreciate that personal time. And it's important to me to manage my time effectively so I can spend time with my family and friends rather than in the office. Obviously, it's impossible to cover a subject as complicated as time management in 5 to 7 minutes, but this morning I just wanted to share a few thoughts about a subject that is very important to me, and I struggle with it each and every day. And I think that if you manage your time effectively, it reduces stress, and it also provides a plethora of additional benefits for all of us. So have a good weekend. Thank you very much.